Oh man. Hi everybody. Hello.
Hello.
I
We are actually on time for the first time in forever.
Sure we are. I am.
We're simultaneously late and early.
We didn't delay to Saturday, but we did delay a few minutes. Yeah.
This thing's on Ash.
God. I feel nervous today. I feel slightly nervous of what's to come actually.
Why do you feel nervous? Is it because we're approaching the end of Fate and we're terrified and scared?
Yes, there's like big things coming. It just literally hit me. I'm like emotionally not ready.
There's like a whole guy we don't even know who he is. I say we, but it's me. It's me. I don't know. Who could it be?
Who could it be?
Who could it be indeed?
It's I want to say so many things, but I can't say a single one of them.
It's all spoilers, all the way to the top.
Anyway, last time in Fate, we went through the most emotionally devastating day possible.
I actually don't remember exactly what happened. Can you refresh me?
So last time, Shiro wanted to take Artoria on a date to give her something to actually remember.
Oh my god, that was last episode.
Yeah, and they had the whole bridge scene, and the argument, and calling each other out, and the bad feelings.
Oh my god.
We're starting there. We're starting there today.
Oh my god, that's right. He just threw his fit and slept, and he just woke up.
Yep. And Artoria is just not around.
Okay. Bye, Jackie. Good. Okay, bye, God. Catch all nerds around. Bye-bye.
Speaking of people that we don't know that is mysteriously there now, I wonder who that was.
I wonder who that was. That's so crazy. I wonder why they haven't been streaming for the last couple weeks.
Hey, Willow! We just had a allegedly clown sighting.
Let's get this show on the road.
I should be streaming to you.
I should be watching.
There we go. Are you seeing things?
I'm seeing lots of stuff.
And yeah, Jade, a lot happened. Actually, it's Harmony now, right? Hmm. Oh. But yeah, I am not ready, but we have to. We have to.
Emotionally, I am unprepared.
Let's see how this day ends. Okay, Shiro and Miya. Let's see how you devastate my heart.
It begins.
I feel like I hear a sound. I guess the sun must have gone down before I knew it. The room has fallen into darkness. The perfectly ordered ticking of the clock grates against my ears. Hey, how long are you planning to sleep for? I need you to get up already. Come on, get up. It's already after 10. Ilia's been bugging me to feed her, so get up and go keep her company.
It's like a cat.
An irritated voice. At that, I fully wake up. After 10? I sit up with a start. Yeah? 10:17 p.m. to be precise. You can't really call this dinner time anymore. This is so funny as someone who literally just ate dinner at 10:30. You know?
I'm not one to speak on time zones or any proper meal planning.
And before my eyes is an exasperated looking Dosaka. Sorry, I fell asleep. I'll be there right away. So wait for me in the living room, okay? Yeah, that's fine, but Shiro, where's Saber? I'm just thinking of the Drake and Josh meme. Shiro? Saber.
Where's Saber?
No? If she's not here, did you check the dojo or the living room? Shiro, I'm asking you because she's not here. Dosaka's eyes are serious. With that, I understand in an instant what that means. No way. She hasn't come back yet? Hey, Shiro! What do you mean she hasn't come back yet? Tosaka leaps out of the room behind me. But I don't have time to explain things to her. As Tosaka's yelling voice rolls off my back, I single-mindedly head outside. Oh, sad music is starting already. I am not prepared!
Oh no.
Is this Ever Present Feeling the name of the song? I think it is. Yeah, it is. The town is quiet. Just like yesterday, a world totally devoid of human presence. Right now, I don't even have the time to think that it's suspicious. Saber won't come home. When I think about it, that's natural. We had such an argument. She said that she'd fight even if she had to do it alone. Then, knowing her, she really will fight by herself. Saber isn't anywhere. Since I can't find her, there's a chance she's fighting with Lancer, the final servant, even now. And yet, I come straight here. The air on the riverbank is cold. The night grows still colder, cold enough to blanket the park with a layer of frost. My breath is white and my cheeks and ears are stiff and painful. If it's like this even here, how cold must it be on the bridge, with the wind blowing off the river? Nasu wasn't lying, that feeling can ever present. There she is. standing next to the guardrail without doing anything in particular. Saber is just staring out at the river. Perhaps she's following the long set sun. Her gaze directed far away is like she's looking at an imaginary red horizon. Oh, my fucking heart! At that I realized, even though she's strong, she's so weak as well. Her gallant form is proof that she can live without any help from anyone. And yet, she's so faint that it seems my hand might just pass through her if I reach out to her. Even though she can't keep going by herself, I'm sure she will keep defending that pride to the very end. That's why. She wasn't the only one looking at a star she couldn't reach. As if to say, that's all she knows. She's staring out at the distant long-set sun. Seeing her like that, I can't leave her here. Speaking of losing, I was totally defeated a long time ago. Whatever happens, she made me resolve that I'd never let her make a face like that again. I cross the bridge. My footsteps ring off the bridge, but Saber doesn't notice. I wordlessly walk over to the same place as before and stand next to Saber. Saber, you're gonna freeze out here. Her body shivers. Maybe at that she finally noticed.
Shiro?
Saber turns around as though to ask me, "What are you doing out here this late? You didn't come home, so Osaka's being worried about you." Oh, I love this song. You there, Ali?
Hello?
Hello?
Sorry, technical issues.
Don't worry. We can hear you now.
Fantastic. Is that so? I've done something bad then.
It's alright though. What are you doing in a place like this? Well, no. It made it easy to find you, so I don't really mind.
Yes, I'm here because I hadn't decided where to go. You said to do whatever I wanted, didn't you? So I thought I would do whatever I wanted to. But I couldn't think of what I should do, or what I want to do, or where I want to go. So I spent this whole time thinking about where I should go.
Ah, these two are such fucking disasters.
I'm so weak to the both of them.
Right? She whispers like a lost child. Perhaps she feels guilty. Saber averts her eyes from me the whole time. Certainly, that was quite a fight we had. It's really natural that she would think I'm angry.
I'm very sorry. Please give her my best regards. When I have defeated Lancer and obtained the Holy Grail, I will return to you. So, until then.
You're going to wander out here by yourself with no place to go home to, you goof? What are you talking about? My house is your place to go home to, isn't it? I made sure I made up some food for you, and your food on as well.
But you said you didn't care about me anymore?
That's right. I have no idea what it is you're thinking. Saying that, I take Saber by the hand. Let's go home. No matter how much you might be a servant, if you freeze out here like this, you will catch a cold. Let's hurry back and have something warm to eat.
But I... She's so cute.
She's so cute when she blushes like this. And I'll tell you this now, but I'm not going to apologize. If you have a problem with that, you'd better say so now. Bluntly, looking away from Saber as much as I am able to, I say that That is possibly the most autism creature face she has ever done.
Yeah, absolutely. Unquestionably.
She looks at me in astonishment. Saber looks like she very much wants to apologize, but I ignore it as though to say I don't care about any of that. Maybe that was a little bit of a plus. Without saying anything, with me still holding her hand, Saber quietly comes with me. We come down off the bridge and out into the park. It's 11 o'clock. Even though there's no sign of even a single person in the park, it's filled with fountains and streetlights and other unnecessary adornments. We shuffle along. Saber's steps are sluggish. When I think about it, she was standing out there on that bridge for over 5 hours. She's probably freezing and might be exhausted as well. As I walk, pulling her by the hand, from time to time she stumbles like she's going to fall. Saber, should we walk a little slower? You don't look so well. I turn around and check on her.
No, fine. It's just, it isn't that I'm being manipulated by Rin's words, but I was thinking that when we're holding hands like this really does seem like a date. I'm gonna cry. I love them so much.
Huh? At that, I turn right red at her words. Yeah, you are right. Should we let it go? If that's bothering you, that is.
Unless. Holy block! No, I'd like this better as well. Your hand is warm and it makes me relax.
Oh, that's so cute, the little blink!
I am melting. I need, like, just a gif of just the blink blink. It's the prettiest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Our conversation ends there. I walk on to try to hide my embarrassment. I like that this sad music has not stopped.
I like to think it's not sad, it's just emotionally poignant.
Yeah. And Saber suddenly walks with me. How much farther is it back to the house? As I scratch my cheek at the warmth of her joined hands, we leave the park. This day has been one set of troubles after another. But when I give thanks that it's the end, that if its end is this warm, but when I give thanks that if its end is this warmth, I might change my religion and start praying to that priest. Where are you going? Don't go making off with someone else's things, boy. We run into someone we absolutely mustn't meet. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh no.
My soaring spirits freeze in an instant. All the hair on my body stands up, and my throat freezes as though it's forgotten how to breathe.
Shiro.
I guess that must be the same for Saber behind me. She tightly squeezes my hand, just as I feel a death from which I cannot escape. Saber too feels a despair that cannot be overcome. Forgive me for keeping you waiting, Saber. I have come for you, as I promised. A mocking voice, arrogant and merciless. In that arrogance that gives no thought to the will of any other, I can't find a trace of any human emotion. Look at this fuckboy!
Oh my god, I want to kick his ass.
God, look at that outfit! The Golden Servant, the unidentified thing who wiped out caster skeletons, and even put an end to the fleeing caster as though it were nothing.
Unidentified fucking thing.
Yeah, that monster is before us. So close. At a distance where he could begin the battle the moment he feels like it. A death greater even than Berserker is standing. What's the matter, Saber? I have comforted you myself. It is rude to stand there silently forever, no? Or do you intend to play around a little before you become mine, oh King of Knights? God. God. Oh. Christ. Archer stifles an amused laugh. His eyes aren't looking at me. He's looking only at Saber. I keep thinking back to a post on Tumblr that said that if you consider the trans headcanons, this guy is the world's worst fucking chaser. Like, I keep just thinking about it.
The greatest T-girl in all of history.
Sorry about that. With those presumptuous red eyes, as though appraising a work of art he fancies. Saber's presence changes. Perhaps she's resolved herself. Unlike me, unable to move even a finger, she's already looking at that servant as her enemy.
Shiro, I will do whatever I have to do. I have to block his first blow. While I do, please, you must get away from here. I know how difficult that will be, but against this servant, it's the best I can do.
Her back asks that I forgive her. That even she will only be able to block his first blow. That the chances of successfully running away from such an opponent are much too low. Saber asked me to forgive her that uncertainty. Mostly likely. Because she knows herself that she has no way to defeat the servant. I can't do that. This is different from the time with Berserker. I don't have any proof of it, but I think that I mustn't allow Saber to fight the servant. No, I guess there is proof. I felt it when I saw his double phantasms last night. As she is now, Saber cannot win against this man. That's not a matter of her strength as a knight. In the first place, the very premises are wrong. I understood that. As long as they are heroic spirits, any heroic spirit cannot overcome him. No, you're the one who needs to run, Saber.
Shiro.
I shield Saber with my body and stand against Archer! Shiro! Oh my god.
My dude.
Oh, I see. You had a master, didn't you? He's so shabby I thought he might be a dog. He says amusedly. Oh my god, this man!
Like, I hate him, but I'm also kind of fanning myself, you know?
He raises his hand and slowly brings his fingers together. I feel like I'm going to be sick. If I don't retreat now, I will be killed. There's no logic or reason to it. I just feel that standing directly before him, I will be killed. Go, Saber! The church isn't far from here. He should shelter you, even against this guy. I push Saber out of the way and run as though to shake off the premonition of death piercing my whole body. I only have one aim. An all-or-nothing rush inside his guard, and then, just like in the fight with Berserker, I'll project Saber's sword once more. I'm blown away. What happened? In the instant he snapped his fingers, something appeared at my side. Ah! All I know is that it was an enormous hammer and that I was blown away like garbage and landed on the ground. My body won't move. An empty feeling like every bone in my body has been smashed to pieces. The feeling in my arms and legs is long gone. Even the pain is dull. I can't barely tell if I'm even alive. I'll not kill you. If I were to crush you now, Saber could disappear as well. I could rather not, but until I have summoned the Holy Grail, I will allow you to live. Oh my fucking god! This man!
Oh, he's so cool.
He is so good, isn't he? He's so good at being bad. He laughs. When I try to move my arms to stand up, my body refuses to listen to a single thing I tell it. But do not think too highly of yourself, mongrel. There are ways to make a servant live on, even without you. This simply requires the least effort. If you twitter anymore, I will kill you.
I think it's called X now. But...
God.
I'm so sorry.
No, that's good. At that, my heart dies. He will kill me. If I move anymore, he will do it without the slightest effort. Faced with that truth, how could I move any further?
Shiro.
Saber tries to run over to me lying on the ground. Where are you going? There's no one to get in our way now. It's not that scum you should be running to, is it? But he doesn't allow that. Standing before me, lying on the ground, he waits expectantly for Saber trying to run to me. His eyes. His fucking eyes.
I know.
Saber stops her feet and glares at him. The distance between them is about 10 meters. Leaving Archer aside, that's a range that Saber can't close in the space of a breath. By that look, you don't intend to surrender yourself to me yet, do you? I find that hard to understand. As a heroic spirit, you should understand the worth of being chosen by me.
Such nonsense. Heroic spirit or no, I am a king. I will never surrender myself to you.
Is that so? However much you may be a king, you are a woman. To bow her head before her lord, to serve him, and to devote herself to him is a woman's happiness, is it not? So why do you refuse? Certainly you're not an empty-headed little girl, are you? Are you frightened to become my woman? Oh my fucking god!
Disgusting.
Actually struggled saying that without pausing.
What an actual piece of shit. Oh my gosh.
Oh man. Oh man, that face.
Bastard.
Look at that face.
Yeah, that's murder. That's death, boy.
Do not begrudge me so. I don't come only to take. I will give you just as much joy. If you say that you will be mine, I will literally give you the world. Be proud, I have recognized such worth in you. The sexist comments remained in this translation, yeah. He moves. With both arms spread, he walks forward as though to welcome Saber. Yeah, there's no need for you to become a guardian, nor to return to your fated death. I'll say this just one more time, Saber. be mine. Shall we not rejoice in our second lives in this world together?
I refuse. I have no interest in such a thing, and more than anything, I will never live with you by any sort of mistake.
She doesn't agree, nor does she retreat. Saber looks Archer dead in the eye. He stops walking. I don't know what's so funny, but he clutches his sides as he bursts out laughing. Very good. Just what you'd want from the woman I set my eye on. Yes, there must be at least one thing in this world that refuses to obey me. Well, by force then. When I have taken the grail, I will pour its contents inside you. God, rejoice, Saber! Then you shall have no need of a master. You will have drunk down all the power of the omnipotent grail. There will be no need to resign yourself to a fate serving humans as their familiar. Oh. Oh God.
Neat.
He says in apparent satisfaction. At that,
Archer, what is your goal here?
I suppose she has already decided only to fight. At the last, Sayer asks the enemy his reason. My goal? Well, what was it again? Unfortunately, I already have all the riches of this world. I have nothing to wish for.
Are you saying you're not seeking the Holy Grail?
The Grail? Oh, immortality, you mean? I gave that to a snake.
You gave immortality to a snake.
Saber Spirit freezes. What happened in that exchange? Saber shakes her head slightly and denies those whispered words. But this world amuses me. At its core, it has not changed, but when it has devoted itself to ornamentation with such passion, that is another matter. It might not be so bad to reign over this world again. Yeah, if you ask my goal, perhaps that is it. It will allow me to do that efficiently. If it will allow me to do that efficiently, then perhaps even the power of the Grail has its uses.
Lust for conquest. You couldn't be more contemptible, Archer. To think that you should desire the Grail for such a thing.
I don't desire it. All the riches of the world are mine. I merely can't bear to have my things used by someone else. Even you could be angered if someone else used your holy sword, could you not, O King of Knights? He's such an interesting character, huh?
I'm really sold on this guy, can't lie.
Saber's body blurs. After a momentary flash of light, Saber is wrapped in her silver armor. Aww. The man doesn't even flinch. Without even a hair's pause, Saber bursts forward. In the space of a single breath, she steps into range, and with murderous speed, she swings down the invisible sword. It's deflected, and Saber takes a great leap backwards. If Saber's armor is manifested from her magical energy, I suppose his must be the same. During that momentary exchange, the enemy finished arming himself. Holding up her sword, Saber calmly looks at Archer, feeling that gaze wash over him, with no change to his mocking grin. Very well. I shall allow you to bear your fangs at me, Saber. The enemy eagerly declares the opening of their battle. Oh no! Oh, I'm so nervous!
I am so enraptured.
White light races out. Saber's sword leaping toward the Golden Knight comes down wreathed in lightning. One blow, two blows, three, four! Each time Saber's sword catches her enemy, a blinding light bursts forth. A succession of attacks like I'm looking at a strobe light. Just the same as when she fought Lancer, the night that I first saw her. Saber fills her sword with an abundance of magical energy and unleashes a flurry of blows like bolts of lightning. The sound of swords striking armor. Isn't wielding a sword. Before Saber's sword, he's just barely protecting his head with both hands. He doesn't have the skill to completely block Saber's blows. In terms of swordsmanship, Saber is overwhelmingly superior. What's more, her sword is invisible. Even if he were armed, he probably wouldn't be able to deflect that invisible sword. The invisible sword easily slams into his armor. The sword smashes into the face of his armor, shapes away at it, and scatters sparks like lightning. All that he's able to do is use both his hands to protect his face from Saber's sword. This isn't even a fight. This is nothing else but a one-sided extermination. But, in spite of that, the golden armor is still holding its original shape. It's still undamaged after taking such a flurry of Saber's blows. Is his nothing phantasm nothing else but that golden armor? I suppose any more than this could be problematic. Your magical energy is as bottomless as ever. To lay a scratch upon my armor is not such an easy thing to do. The enemy who had focused only on defending himself raises one arm. Not at Saber. I don't know what he's doing, but he reaches his arm out at nothing into the empty expanse of the night. This is the end of our little playtime. Give yourself to me. Now. Am I hallucinating? There's something in his hand. A key-like dagger small enough to fit in his palm is clutching his hand. Bringing her sword up high, Saber unleashes an attack with all of her strength. At that, the enemy throws it back with a red-black sword.
A sword containing a vengeful curse.
Saber opens the range again and glares at the sword in her enemy's hand. The sword that he carries is certainly menacing, but at the same time, that means that he's played his hand. Whether his noble phantasm is sword or armor, now that we've seen the shape of it can be countered. Saber retakes her guard. Just as he said, his armor is close to its limit. If Saber makes another furious attack like the last one, he should be split in two right along with his armor. Even if he has brought out his noble phantasm, that doesn't change that this fight will be decided by the next attack.
This is the end. Let us finish the fight we could not settle last time, Archer.
The sword in her hand is still invisible. Holding the holy sword sealed by the wind before her, Saber fixes her gaze on the enemy. Saber seems to know the true nature of that noble phantasm. And so she instantly reopened the range, and because she knows a way to counter it, she faces her enemy head-on. Both of their noble phantasms are swords, and if their powers are equal as well, then this will come to a contest of swordsmanship. If it adheres to that rule, then Saber's victory is certain. Very well. Then come at me, Saber. Out of respect for your sword, I will show you everything I have. He laughs.
Well,
Saber rushes at him without any hesitation. This time, Saber's sword will cut through the armor. In the instant I'm convinced of that. Gate of Babylon.
Gilgamesh.
At his back, some kind of invisible gate opens. Saber's Throne of Balance. I love how immediate that was. Oh god. It is the chant of his noble phantasm, you know. Two-thirds beer and one-third milk from a goat of its elk. Goes down harsh, it isn't good. Makes you feel you're made of wood. What Gilgamesh it make you sick? Just too foul. Just too thick. That is his noble phantasm, you know?
Oh my god.
Saber's Throne of Balance. What the enemy holds in his hands is something different from the red-black sword. The first thing is a transparent sword, the same as Saber's. And in the instant that Saber blocks it, a different sword is gripped by his hand. The sword he thrusts out is like ice. He twists her body to dodge it, but the very air it passes through solidifies. Saber instantly retreats as she's covered in ice. As the clinging ice cracks and falls from her, a size like that of the Angel of Death is held in the enemy's hand. She goes on the defensive and instantly blocks the scythe coming for her throat with her gauntlet. But it's meaningless. Ooh. The scythe cuts through Saber's gauntlet like it's not even there and steals her magical energy away. As though its target were not blood or flesh, but to pluck out her very bones themselves.
Oh my god.
Saber stumbles forward and somehow manages to stay on her feet. That was different from her previous retreats. This wasn't meant to open the range in preparation for her next attack. It was just a desperate retreat to escape her enemy.
It's impossible.
As she passes magical energy through her numbed arm, Saber glares at the enemy. Countless objects are floating in the air around him. Those are the true forms of the things that butchered Custer, the Golden Knight's noble phantasm that pushed Saber to the edge.
Fucking 1,000-blade stylus, motherfucker.
Even from here, it's a scene that makes me want to doubt my eyes. The things floating at his back are unmistakably noble phantasms. Not 10 or even 20. No, although I can see them all, I can feel that their numbers are limitless. From every place and time, as if to say that the serpent holds every legendary item contained in every myth there has ever been.
Who are you?
Saber's voice is shaking. There's no way that a servant could answer if asked their true name. But the enemy's noble phantasm is so abnormal that she couldn't help but ask him even so.
Answer me, Archer. A heroic spirit should only bear one noble phantasm. There are those among them who carry multiple noble phantasms, but even then 2 is the limit. A heroic spirit who possesses limitless noble phantasms like that can't possibly exist.
Can't possibly exist? That's a little premature, Saber. Heroic spirits take the weapons they owned in life as their noble phantasms. In which case it's a simple matter, no? Are these noble phantasms not all simply things I collected while I was alive?
God. Are you mocking me, Archer? That's even more impossible. Whoever you might be, you cannot possibly have collected the noble phantasms that are the symbols of other heroic spirits. Such a heroic spirit doesn't exist in this world.
It's just as Saber says. All of his noble phantasms are the real thing. There are magic swords from Northern Europe and magic swords from the legends of South America. There are no heroes who were active across such a vast area, and in the first place, Lancer is the only one who carries Gaybolg. Heroic spirits take the weapons they treasure in life as the noble phantasms. According to that rule, by the mere fact of wielding Gaybolg, he can't be anyone other than the spear's owner. But he is not Kuch Kulen. in which case that spear can't be Gay Bolg, but problematically, it is unmistakably the real Gay Bolg. Assuming that his noble phantasms were all fakes, there could still be an explanation, but as long as they're the originals, this contradiction is... No. Wait a second. Originals? The models of those weapons? That's impossible. No. But... that is a possibility. It's not as though legends and folklore are born from nothing. The reason that all legends have points in common is because they share a root that serves as their model. Folklore that becomes perfected as religion becomes so, only when it adapts itself to a particular place. I think that's also when magic and holy swords begin to demonstrate their abilities. So, hypothetically, before that, if the things that are called noble phantasms in every myth had a form before they were called that... Oh, it seems even your master is not without his worth. It would seem he has some idea as to my identity. Saber casts her gaze over to me. Far away. At this distance, I can't even go to help her. My body has finally recovered just enough that if I grit my teeth, I can move my fingers. Run, Saber! These noble phantasms are... all real, you're going to say? Yes, it's a simple matter, Saber. Let us talk of the oldest age, when the world was still one. That country flourished, and its king gathered together every treasure. There was nothing he hadn't collected, and he lacked for nothing. The king possessed a perfect treasury, and the weapons collected within went unused, as lived together with their king. That is the important portion of the story. After the king's death, the contents of his treasury were scattered about the world. Because they were famous blades, they were used for great deeds, and eventually came to be treated as noble phantasms. Hey, Sajaya! Do you understand? Oh, King of Knights? The noble phantasms and such that you all wield, in the first place, they are no more than the possessions of that king. It's like an inheritance. If you trace lineage back through the ages, a prototype must always exist. In which case, it's logical that the legends, folklore, and noble phantasms told of in every country have their own prototypes. So, in the distant past, if it were possible to collect all of those prototypes, that would mean possessing every noble phantasm. There's only one hero who could correspond to that. The source of a legend older than Arthur or Heracles. The demigod said to once have ruled over ancient Mesopotamia.
Yeah, cool.
The name of the half-man, half-god king, who gathered treasures in accordance with his own greed, and who, at the end, sought immortality, was...
Gilgamesh. Mankind's oldest hero.
Yeah! A voice holding back her fear. The Golden Knight Gilgamesh heard that sound with satisfaction. Indeed, I am the most powerful heroic spirit that you others stand no chance against. There's no longer anything left to say. All there is left is for him to use his abundance of noble phantasms to grind his enemies to powder. Oh, you know my name now, and yet you still defy me. You should understand now that you have no chance of victory. God, I love him, actually.
God, he's so cool. We'll never know if I don't try. However much you might be called the king of heroes, there must be something you cannot overcome.
The air wavers around Saber. Ooh!
Wow, there it is!
Ooh! The wind that had begun to blow swirls in a vortex and becomes a whirlwind and protects her. And at the same time, the golden sword appears. You can't, Saber! What is she doing? Does she intend to use Excalibur? Gilgamesh stops moving. I guess he must know of the power of Saber's holy sword. His leisurely attitude from before is obviously gone. Saber has her eyes fixed on Gilgamesh. Just once, she casts me a look. Is she telling me to run while I gun? Gilgamesh has his back to the river, and Saber is on this side facing him. The range is the same as when they crossed swords before. When I realize it, Saber is standing against Gilgamesh as though to protect me. Oh god. No, 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 no. You can't. In a place like this. I put some strength into my body. Even putting the whip of my numb body, the only thing I can move is one arm. Even so, I mobilize all the magical energy in my body to lift myself up on that one arm. Even though I have no feeling in my body, when I try to move, my very bones cry out in pain. That pain is a warning, insisting that if I move anymore, the cracks running through my body will burst open. Oh god, this is a desperate fucking situation.
This is, I think, the worst it's been in this series so far.
That's saying something. Let me take my teddy pills.
I'm not sure why that reminded you of that, but I'm sure glad.
Ah, God. Ignoring it, I somehow managed to sit up. Oh my god! Oh, that was kind of visceral, Shiro.
That was a little visceral.
I clamped down on the pain. I don't have time to care about it. Right now I have to stand up as fast as I can and protect Saber. I mean, a chill is running down my spine. The premonition I felt when I face him. That we certainly can't win, no matter what we do. The feeling that I mustn't allow Saber to fight against him won't leave me, no matter what I do. So this is the fabled Holy Sword? Very well then. The whirling wind has become a gale. Even in the face of the Holy Sword shining within it. The Golden Knight shows no fear. What's more, I have to bring out something suitable myself. He draws a horribly twisted sword out from the gate behind his back. Oh, you're taking this one out? Oh no! That was the source of my chill. The sword that appeared doesn't exist in any legend. Even I, who can see through the shape of anything, can't tell what that sword at his back is. I possess the prototypes of every novel phantasm, but all of them are nameless. And it's not as though any of them are weapons that only I may possess. A sword shaped like a pillar. The three parts the blade is made from slowly revolve in their own directions. It's like a drill, piercing through the bedrock. But this is different. This is truly a sword that only I, the King of Heroes, may possess.
Oh no.
It has no name. I call it only Ea.
Oh no.
There's Ea!
You intend a pure contest of our noble phantasms.
Real talk? Yeah?
My stomach's in knots right now. I am so tense.
Right? Also, Fei, I appreciated you calling me a freak there. I really do appreciate it. Focus light. The distance between them is only about 10 meters.
Sorry, I do just want to highlight the message in chat. It has no name, except the name I call it.
That's just Gilgamesh. That's just this man.
Very cool.
At that range, Gilgamesh shouldn't even be able to dodge it. That's right. What? There's no need for you to hold back. I have wanted a taste of your sword they call the strongest. He is a chaser!
He is a chaser. They call your sword the strongest.
I need a taste of it. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
No, you're not.
I hear his stifled laughter. Did she take that as a provocation?
Very well. Then you just try to block my sword.
Saber's sword moves. Her lips weave the true name of the Holy Sword. There's no longer anywhere to run. The noble phantasm, its name released by its bearer, mercilessly slumps its power against Gilgamesh. It is time! Wake up, Ea! The sword like a pillar, Ea roars.
Oh my goodness.
In response to Gilgamesh's words, the three parts of the blade sound as they revolve. If Saber's Excalibur calls a whirlwind by sweeping the wind aside, then Gilgamesh Ea creates a gale by swallowing up that same wind.
X.
But Saber has a slight edge in the use of anti-fortress noble phantasms. Faster still than Ea's roar. In just a few seconds, Saber pours her magical energy in up to critical mass, and with her utmost power... That little whimper! That just sounded like a whimper from you.
I may or may not have whimpered.
There's no hesitation there. Holy sword that will split the river with a single swing. Saber releases together with her shout. Just before that. Enuma Elish. A light of the same caliber stops Excalibur's flash in its tracks.
Holy shit.
Jesus fucking Christ.
No, that's bad. That's terrible. Holy shit.
Oh my god. Oh my god, look at the lightning arcing to each of the streetlights.
Yeah.
It was a tremendous impact.
Shit.
Yeah? A
Bad.
violent blast of wind mows down the trees, and the collision of lights burns my eyes like an exploding star. Oh my fucking god!
Okay, we're getting high scale. Gotcha.
That body can't! My fallen body is almost blown away by the wind. As I somehow manage to cling to the ground with one arm, I desperately endure the flood of heat and light. That must have been a big gas leak. The craziest gas explosion yet, god fucking damn it.
Oh, fuck.
How long
So
did
silly.
the impact go on for? The competition of their torrent of lights is powerful enough to make me fear they might have split the world asunder, but... It suddenly declares its end as she is swallowed by what light? Oh!
It getting worse.
Christ!
Oh my god.
Victoria! A clang. Right next to me, I hear the sound of something falling. Saber? What was that? Even with my eyes dulled by the light, there was no mistaking what I saw. Oh!
No! This is the worst thing. The
Oh.
worst thing that could have happened.
I
I
thought,
hate this.
I thought she might be dead. She was torn up so badly that I couldn't help but think that. Far away, the Golden Knight without a single scratch upon him laughs madly. Is that the best mankind's strongest holy sword can master. So the fantasy of man is mere child's play after all. His laughter is so loud it might have transcended the scorched air and reached the very heavens themselves. Is he really having so much fun? He doesn't even spare a look for Saber laying face down on the ground and laughs only to himself. Saber? There's no response. But from her mouth, open like she's gasping for breath, she calls forth something red. The world before my eyes turns red. What the hell was I doing? I knew that this would happen. Even though I knew that Saber couldn't win against Gilgamesh, why didn't I stop Saber? Even if I had to use the command spell. But how dull. A total victory is mine. We got a status update. Yeah, we likely got just the name and effect of this noble phantasm. It's rather disappointing. It's rather a disappointment that they couldn't even cancel each other out, Saber. Oh, I see. I should have held myself back a little. If nothing else, my opponent was a little girl. His laughter grates in my ears. The responsibility for this is mine. I thought she could win. However much of an evil premonition I might have had, I thought that surely, with Excalibur, Saber could win. That's why, even when I told her to stop, the command spell didn't react. I wasn't serious. If I really wanted to protect her, I should have used the command spell to make Saber run. There should have been any number of ways I could fight out alone. Well then, I suppose I shall take you now. You've been solid, but, well, no doubt you could have met the same fate eventually. I doubt there's any problem wounding you here. Laughter grows closer. I hate this man. Like, he's effective at what he does, and I love what he does, but, like, I fucking hate him.
I'm fantastic, absolutely brilliant. Worst guy.
Perhaps that she came to. Saber faintly opens her eyes. Saber, are you okay? Despite the fact that I can't see the state of her breathing, we're far enough apart that I can't reach her even if I stretch out my hand. My body still can't move. I can't even run to her. And so the only thing that I can do is desperately call out to her. Saber! 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 Oh! Oh god! Saber's lips part. After she sucks in a breath like she were asking to be saved, and quietly calls as though she's in great pain. Oh my god! The little glimpse of the fucking dead eye!
Oh gosh.
Jesus fucking Christ! He raises a frail voice, as though she can't recognize me, here before her eyes. Just wait, I'll give you a... I can't finish. I'm lying on the ground just the same as she is, and only my arm will move. I don't even have any words to cheer her up. Can she not see what a wretched state I'm in?
I see. I've lost, haven't I?
Oh, the fact that she just says that so matter-of-factly. Oh.
This is heartbreaking.
Oh my god. Saying that in a vacant voice, she looks at me with lightless eyes.
I'm very sorry. Please, you must run, Buster.
Oh god! As she coughs up blood, she says something ridiculous. Whole world in front of my eyes turns red with anger. I was unconsciously relying totally on Saber, and this is the result? After carelessly taking a single blow, can I still not even stand up? It's my only moving arm. I tightly grasp my own head. I genuinely want to kill myself.
Sorry. Sorry. Should not have laughed. That's not funny. I apologize.
It's not. God! Intending to crush my head in my hand, I tense my arm. The hammer falls. The switch that transforms me into a mage is activated, not with a finger, but a hammer. Don't try to use it again. Projection is beyond you. Tosaka's words. She said that magic beyond the limits of its practitioner will destroy their circuit and their nerves. So what? She's more important to me than that. And if I can't even protect her, then I don't need this head. She saved me now more times than I can count. And there's never been anyone I was less able to leave to their fate. Then, if I can protect her, then Miyashiro can just die here. I hear the sound of steel. And iron magic is reinforcing the places my bones are broken. I can't afford to hold anything back. I shift into the highest gear at the fastest speed right from the beginning, ignoring my limits. I generate all the magical energy I can muster and turn the engine. My spine catches fire and the inside of my body burns red. At the sensation of my brain threatening to melt, I bite my tongue and endure it. I bite through the pink flesh. If biting a hole in my tongue will let me stay conscious, there's not a single problem. What? The footsteps stop. The laughter that sounded like he was so greatly enjoying himself ceases.
Shiro. What are you doing? You can't. If you did, you'll...
Can she feel it, even if she can't see it? Saber screams as if as I desperately try to raise myself off the ground. God. At that, my final strength is lit. This is just the, all of the self-mutilation that he has endured until now has built up to this moment.
I'm so with him.
At that, my final strength is lit. I stand up. My body won't listen to me, but by filling it with magical energy beyond its limits, I can force it to move. It's like being set ablaze and running for water in order to survive. Even so, I don't care. It's better than continuing to see Saber like that. Yeah, that's right. My thoughts threatening to burn up made me realize it this strongly. Right from the beginning, I swore to take up the sword because I couldn't stand to see her get hurt.
I'm telling you to run, so why?
Weaponizing your incredible body horror stamina. I blocked the enemy's path. Saber is lying on the ground behind me. Already, from here I can't fall back a single step. Trace on! Holding down my brain, set aflame and rolling about, I bundle my consciousness together. There's only one thing that I picture. Dividing the projection into 8 steps, I recreate the lost sword. There is Caliburn!
Woo!
A hard sensation in my left hand. I don't need to confirm it with my eyes. The second blade crafting succeeds without a single drop in speed.
My sword. No, even so you can't. You must understand, Shiro, you cannot defeat him with that. If you can move, then right now you must...
I won't run. I came to get you, Saber. You think I can go home alone now? I grasp the sword, clutching the steel, much heavier than a shinai, in both hands. I glare at the enemy before me.
Stop, Shiro. This man will...
Shaking off Saber's voice, I take a step forward. The range is 9 meters. A distance at which, if I charge him with all my strength, I can't cut him down. The enemy doesn't move. After Gilgamesh's eyes widen just slightly, he gives an amused laugh. Shall I kill you? And in an emotionless voice, he says that I instantly blocked the falling blow. You bastard! I throw my body to the side to avoid the surprise attack. But that too is too late. If his first attack was a gust, his continuing succession of attacks is a storm. His music is so dope, it's fine. It's all I can do just to deflect them. No, by myself I probably couldn't even have been able to block his first attack. It's fortunate that when I replicated the sword, I even recreated its memories. Will and experience inhabit a sword that has fought through many battles. Apparently, this famous sword has long mastered a sword of fight of this caliber. Oh my god, that is so cool actually!
That's so fucking sick.
That's so fucking cool! I don't know anything about Gilgamesh's swordsmanship, but the sword has already grasped it. Because of that, before I swing my arm at the tip of the sword responds to his attacks. I desperately swing the sword so as not to fall behind that prediction, and as a result, the sword sweeps away Gilgamesh's furious attacks. That's so cool! But it won't go on for long. Each time I sweep his sword away from my fingers numb, and I become steadily unable to match the sword's predictions. Mongrel. Even ugliness has its limits. Will he not allow even a temporary resistance? He glares at me in obvious anger, and retreats just slightly. Thank God, Shiro killing the weapons he projects! Oh my god!
This is so cool.
If it had gone on like that, I wouldn't have lasted even a few seconds more. Letting out a great breath, I somehow managed to steady my breathing. Then... You filthy fraud! If you like that thing so much, shall I show you the real one? He draws forth a single sword. Huh? That is a sword I recognize. The ornamentation is different, but its nature, the ideal of how it was made, its soul, all of them too closely resemble this sword. No way. This sword's prototype? That's right, but as noble phantasms, there's no comparing their purity. The sword in the stone that chooses the king that you hold in your hand descends from the sword in the tree that grants rulership of Nordic legend, but this is its prototype, the origin of the divine right that chooses kings. Oh god, that is so interesting too.
That's literally so fucking cool.
The sword in the tree that grants rulership. Nordic hero Sigmund's magic sword Gram? Its prototype? Child cannot prevail against its parent. A mere replica that grows weaker with each passing repetition cannot win against its prototype. Light races out. The sword itself understands better than anyone that it is the same as the stroke that consigned Berserker to oblivion with a single blow. Oh. Was that to protect its master? With a strength it hadn't had before, the sword in my hand raised out at the enemy's sword. The noble phantasm's name is Caliburn, but... Ooh! Before the sword called Marduk, it shatters without a trace.
Fuck, that's awesome.
Oh! I hear myself slide across the ground. I must have slid quite a ways across the flat ground of the park. I roll across the surface of the road like garbage blown into the wind and come to a stop.
Shiro! Shiro! Shiro!
Oh no. You're not gonna... Really? Hi? Yeah?
Hi, sorry, my mic just wasn't picking me up for a second.
Oh! That's okay, don't worry, you're back.
Weird. I don't think I can do the shouting any better than she can.
Yeah, just Shiro! Thanks to that voice, I realize that I'm still alive. Oh, you're pretty close, Saber. I casually think, and I'm relieved. It felt like I was blown away, but if Saber is close, then that's fine. In that case, if I can stand up, then I can run back over to Saber right out. Aww. As I lie on the ground, I look at my arm. It's bright red. My arm, wrapped though it is in a sticky red gel, isn't actually bleeding.
もういいから動かないでくれシロ
Don't move. That's enough. It's enough already, so please don't move, Shiro.
I can hear Saber's voice. It seems it's my torso that's been wounded. That last attack. It's true that I was struck with Gilgamesh's sword and went flying. Then this wound is... Ah, I see. Like this, I feel I can understand why Saber is in such a panic. The only thing I can move is my right arm. My left arm won't move. In the first place, I don't know what happened to it. I can't breathe either. A deep diagonal cut from my left shoulder. My body is split like two building blocks that won't fit together. It resembles the leaves of a ginkgo tree. I'm cut from my collarbone all the way to my waist. Even I think it's uncanny that I'm still alive. But that miracle is probably about to run out as well. Right now I'm just barely conscious, but my vision is steadily narrowing. To begin with, if I move even a little, my insides will probably spill out onto the ground. Perhaps the truth is, I'm already dead, and only my consciousness is still here, like a ghost. What is this? I thought you splendidly dismembered, but you're surprisingly stubborn. I see. So clinging shamefully to your life is your one merit as a mongrel. Alas, honestly, I'm thankful for it. The more that it grates against my ears, the more tightly I can cling to my fading consciousness. But this is the end. You are not fit for a lion. I will take your woman. Footsteps. Sound of his walking, as though this time he will claim Saber. Oh! Just stand up. Just stand up. Just stand up?
Stand up?
We stand up, right?
We stand up.
I tense my right arm. I grab the ground with my slippery arm and raise my nearly bisected body up off the ground. Jesus fucking Christ. For an instant, I see Saber's face, looking like she's about to cry. I hold myself up with pride, as though to say that falling in love with her wasn't a mistake. Wait, we are not done yet. The manga gives a great view of Shiro's body at this point. Please, I need to see this, actually.
Likewise.
I raise myself up on one arm. My legs won't move. The magical energy that forced my body to move has run out. All I have left is the faint beating of my heart and the creaking internal organs. Unable to let go, are you? No doubt, she is a treasure beyond you. I won't say I don't understand your feelings. I expect it could be frustrating to have her taken by the hand of another man. At that I snap. I can't take any more of his talking. Take this, be taken that, talking about Saber like she's a thing. I put strength into my right arm. Is there steel in it or something? As my body makes a dull sound, even so, it responds to my will. I get up on one knee. Listen to me. I tense my body, and each time I do, the things I need to live spill out from my wound onto the ground.
Jesus. Won't you understand that it's useless now?
Saber's voice is almost disparaging. She's far away, looking at me in frustration from a place distant from me. I ignore it and put strength into my body. Saber's voice is a distraction. More than my body, more than Gilgamesh scorning my struggling right now, Saber is my greatest enemy. I mean, if she complains to me with a face like that, my heart will give up. Even though finally some strength is entering my knee, and all that's left is just to stand up.
I don't need this. I don't need saving. Now that I've been defeated, I'm not your sword any longer. Isn't disappearing like this a natural end for a servant?
Saber's voice. God damn it! If you distract me anymore, I'm going to get mad at you too.
Please stop, Shiro. You can't go any further. You'll die. You'll really die. If you die on me like this, I'll...
This is fucking heartbreaking.
This is gut-wrenching.
Saying whatever you want when you don't know the first thing about how I feel. Shut up. Let's not just be quiet for a minute and lean on me at a time like this.
That's wrong, Shiro. Please don't get your priorities out of order. I don't matter. More than that, you must put your own life first.
A pleading voice. When I think that I'm the one making her make that voice, my heart truly seems like it might break. Even so, no. There's nothing I want more than you, Saber. I can't agree to those words. Saber stares at me in astonishment. I don't know why she's making a face like that, but I remember. She called me a great fool who doesn't know the value of his own life. I think that's true. It's hubris for someone who can't even think about himself to reach his hand out to someone else. It's a self-righteous happiness, and from her perspective, an insecure joy. The most important thing is yourself. I'm sure that people who think that can be happy without any doubts, and share that happiness with others. Yeah, you're right that I'm an idiot who doesn't consider the value of his own life. I'm getting the most important thing wrong. Ever since that day, that seat has been empty. But I'm thankful for that distortion. Now, in that empty seat, there's a person I want to save from the bottom of my heart. Saber, even if my own life were the most important thing to me, this wouldn't change. I'm sure you'd still be more beautiful than that. There's not a single thing inside me that could take your place. At that I realize, it's not that I pitied her. The single girl I saw in my dream, she fought alone and she died alone, and even as I thought that she went unrewarded, I was captivated by her. I just thought that she was beautiful. Her way of life itself, taking the sword and running on without once looking back, was so brilliant, so beautiful, that I fell in love with her.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's why. That's why I had to protect her. Oh, God!
Oh, my heart.
So that in the end you won't be swallowed all alone by that darkness. That's right. When everything is over and your death comes, so that you can sleep with your head held high, knowing your life was something to be proud of. My doubts vanish. What I have to do is totally clear. Sorry, Saber. I love you more than anything. So I'm not going to keep you to a guy like that. Whispering that, I regret that I apologized to her after all. Oh! But I wanted to say it. Now especially, with nothing impure to get in the way, I wanted to put it into words. I get back only the sense of a gasp. I want to turn around and look behind me, but because I can barely see what kind of face Saber is making anymore, I decide against it. I stand up. As long as my heart still beats, I can still fight. Magical energy is life itself. As long as I have a pulse, I can make her sword as many times as I have to. So you've managed to stand. And what is there after that? I feel a scorching heat in my right hand. Perhaps because death is right beside me. I remember 10 years ago. A cruel hallucination. As though I'm still in that fire even now, my hand stretched out, begging to be saved. I lost. I can't give Saber to you. I raise my right hand and declare, Fool, who is asking your permission? The enemy swings his sword up.
Shiro, get down!
I hear Saber's voice from behind me. Disobeying her. With all the magical energy I have left, I project her sword once more. I'm stopped by that light. Although it can't compare to Excalibur, the vortex of light that will burn away everything it touches is unleashed. As I feel the scorching heat in my body, what I think of is not my own death, but Saber behind me. Like this, she will be caught in it. Then at least I have to protect her. I said that I would protect Saber. Yeah, I wanted to protect Saber. She's strong, but at the same time, it wouldn't be strange if she broke at any moment. So I had to hang on, so that she who is like an ever-drawn sword won't be hurt. I had to be here for her. Then, when I realize it, something like a sword is gripped in my right hand. No way! Wait! It's happening! Oh! Whose voice was that? A momentary hesitation. At the same time as the Golden Knight, the absolute victor, retreats just slightly.
Shiro, that's...
Saber takes my hand. Oh, it's happening!
What's happening?
The bursting light stops. Saber is squeezed up against my side. And before my eyes is Gilgamesh, his eyes wide and faintly bleeding. Oh!
Oh.
I don't know what happened. I just realized that it's a replay of what happened in the fight against Berserker. Saber used the thing that I had created and broke Gilgamesh's crown. I suppose Light must have pushed the light back and given a deep wound to he who was woundless until now. A frightful killing intent, as he pours forth an aura of bloodlust like he won't be satisfied unless he kills everything he can see. The Golden Knight leaves this place without a word. Huh? I don't have time to be surprised. I don't know why he left. With my faint consciousness, I just feel that the battle is over? My knees fall out from under me. The strings of tension are severed, and I fall to the ground.
Shiro.
And instantly, Saber catches me and holds me up. Sitting down on the ground, as I lean my back against Saber, I vacantly look down at my body. My voice leaks out unconsciously. There's nothing to be done for my wound anymore. The cut clean through my left shoulder normally should have killed me instantly. This really is. That I'm somehow still alive is thanks to that healing that I have, but surely there must be a limit to that too. My body's mostly split in two. You can't heal a body that's been broken this badly. I don't even know if I'm still breathing, and my consciousness is still steadily narrowing. And it's close. But the fortunate thing here is Saber. I'm mortally wounded, but she seems to be just as exhausted. Now she's taken off her armor and her wounds are completely healed. Then, now even if I retire here, looks like I will figure something out. Sound again. Sounds like my bones are creaking emanates from my body. I curiously look down at the open wound. There are countless blades. No, Layer after layer of things like sword blades are crowded together and making a scraping sound. They're trying to knit my split body back together. My head spins. Yeah, don't worry about it. A hallucination like my very bones, my very muscles are made out of swords. Huh? There wasn't anything like that. That was just an illusion. My body's completely normal. As proof of that, my flesh has started knitting itself back together and the wound is closing before my eyes. It's more like resurrection than healing. It's just gone past mysterious. It's actually eerie. Huh? Somehow it seems like I'm going to survive. But even so, this is...
Thank God. This rate doesn't seem like he'll die, does it, Master?
Don't worry, don't worry. We'll get answers. I hear Saber's voice in my ear. She's so close. No, I'm glad about that, but what's happening? When I go to ask to my body, I'm assailed by dizziness. Then, my body's enfolded by a pair of soft and gentle arms. Here we go.
Oh.
Saber?
No, I understand now. It's natural that your wound should heal.
I can't stay conscious. It's because I generated too much magical energy. My worn-down spirit begs for sleep. Just how much strength does she have? Saber wraps her arms further around me and holds me tightly to her chest.
I finally realized. You were my sheath, weren't you, Shiro?
He said in a voice that sinks deeply into me. It's comfortable here, and what's left of my consciousness closes down. Anyway, relieved to have been saved, I surrender myself to sleep. And before that, I foolishly grumbled that I'd have had no complaints had her possessions been reversed. Sorry about those Shiro headcanons of Transmusk, you know? You're my sheath.
Yeah, I got it.
Yeah? Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
At the end, once more I see that red hell. Red memories. I sink deeper into her memories than ever before, and at the same time I feel that this is the last time. These are the memories of a certain night that I've seen many times before. The days where she became king of her country, killed her own will to become the will of the kingdom, and grew estranged from her friends, the knights that she could trust. Artoria was sought by more unwanted battles with each passing victory. She continued to hide that she was a woman, garnered mistrust, and what awaited her in her isolation was a rebellion by her own blood. While the king was away on campaign, a young knight seized control of the kingdom. The man's name was Mordred. That knight, son of the king of knights' older sister Morgan, was in truth the king of knights' own son. Cut matters short, as a woman Artoria couldn't have fathered a child. But Mordred had certainly inherited Artoria's blood. It's not clear what methods the flawed convictions of Artoria's sister Morgan, resenting Artoria for becoming king despite being the younger sister, led her to. Mordred, created to act as Morgan's vicar, served the king as knight unable to reveal his father, awaited the day when he could usurp the throne and finally raise his flag in rebellion. Battle of Camlan. Later it could be known as the Battle of Camlan, King Arthur's final battle. Learning of Mordred's betrayal while on campaign, King Arthur gathered her exhausted soldiers and returned to her country and invaded her own domain. She cut down every one of the knights who once had served her, and invaded the land she once had defended. Few knights who had continued to follow her fell one by one as well, and in the end, the only ones left were her, and the knight who was her son. The duel between them concluded with the knight's victory, but it wasn't as though she survived unscathed. Mordred, bound by a powerful curse, swung his sword even as he died and left a wound on the king that could not be healed. That was the end of this battle. The final image of she who was called the King of Knights. There's no way that it couldn't have been painful. Thinking of it, there's nothing that wasn't painful about her battle. Every one of the more than a dozen battles that had whittled her down. But this was nothing else but an ever greater scar, well suited to be the finale. Returning to her domain, she scattered the armies of her own kingdom. She punished the knights who had been her vassals with her own hand, and she led all the knights who had followed her to their deaths. The end of all of that, even if it were only in form, she had to strike down the knight who was her son. I have no way of knowing what it is that recurs in her heart. But she wished, a solitary knight who had tried to be king until the very end, that the dream she saw at the moment of her death, at least, could be the clear and natural dream that a girl named Artoria had a wish for. I want to hug Artoria so much. Pain! My broken bone swords!
Oh, my body.
God, the visual of just like blades knitting themselves together under his fucking skin.
It's so fucked up.
I open my eyes. I guess we must have come home at some point. I'm in my own room and laying down at my futon.
Ah, you've awakened then, Shiro.
Cute. Saber, why am I?
Ever since then, you've been asleep. Your body is mostly healed, so there's no need for you to worry.
I see. Well, that's good, but... What about Saber? She just used Excalibur. Shouldn't she not have enough magical energy to heal herself? Saber, have you been tending me this whole time?
Even if you call it tending to, all I've done is wipe off your sweat. I can't treat people's wounds the way that Rin can.
You goofed. You don't have to do anything like that. You're in worse shape than me right now, aren't you?
Not at all. Compared to yours, my wounds are slight. But I can't overlook what I just heard, can I? No matter how much your wounds might have closed, you were still wounded so badly that it wouldn't be at all strange if you died. Please worry about your own body right now.
Saber reaches for the nearby wash basin. There's a single cold towel in it. After she wrings out the towel, Saber wipes down my sweaty body. Pain. That's incredibly embarrassing.
Are your wounds hurting, Shiro? It seems as though you've broken out in fever again.
That's not a fever, Saber! I don't have a fever, no. Never mind that. I'm okay, so please rest, Saber. Might be fine now, but you still use Excalibur. You're the one who should be resting, aren't you? Like that you will collapse again, right?
Well, that's true, but... Right now, I'm fine. So until my master's wounds are healed, it's natural that I should protect you, is it not?
And back to this. That does make sense, doesn't it? Oh, brother. When she says something like that with that face, I can't do anything but agree, can I? Be cute. Ah, I get it. I'm going to do my best to rest. So you do the same, okay, Saber? If you don't rest, I won't be able to sleep easily either.
That's true, isn't it? Even I have to sleep.
Saber nods readily, wrings the towel out one last time, and hangs it on the wash basin. And like that, enduring my embarrassment, I watch over Saber's nursing.
Well then, I'll go ahead and take some rest. Please, sincerely, take care of yourself, Shiro.
Yeah.
Sleep well. I forgot to say this, but thank you, Shiro. I'm truly glad that you saved me.
Ooh, ooh. Saber smells in the moonlight. Was it the shadows cast by the fleeting moonlight that made it look so faint and ephemeral? As though there was no need to confirm it, she promptly closes the screen. Oh. When Saber disappeared into her bedroom, was I relieved or lonely? I do have some regret that I wanted her to remain by my pillow like that, but that could just exact a toll on Saber. Besides, if I stay with Saber in this state, it will be just like that night. I shake off the image that rises in my mind. Far too many things happened today. It should be no more than a single day, but it feels more than an entire week, more like an entire week. My date with Saber was difficult, more than it was fun. At the end, we argued, and I left Saber alone. And then... Yeah? No. Right now, I have to rest and recover my strength. Thinking comes after that. It's not just Gilgamesh. We still don't know the true identities of Lancer and his master. If we don't ready and reorient ourselves at full strength when we wake up, we won't be able to survive.
We do super know the identity of Lancer, don't we?
Say, but like, we don't know what their deal is right now.
Well, I suppose so, yeah.
That happened just a few hours ago. I remember. Saber said that I was her sheath or something. Yeah, Shiro, how does that make you feel?
She sure did.
I was cut to pieces and on the edge of losing consciousness, so I didn't ask what she meant by that. Oh god. I can't get to sleep. Saber's dream, her face undaunted even on the verge of death, and the sight of her nursing me back to health overlap. Sleep well, she said. I can't get the faintness of her smile as she said that out of my mind. It was a smile that never could have risen on the face of the girl I saw in my dreams. She said that it makes her happier to see me smile. That makes me horribly frustrated. Why frustrated and not sad? I don't know the reason for this irritation that's almost like anger. I slam my fist on the futon. I feel like I'm going to burst with this irritation and I can't figure out.
Shiro, are you not feeling well?
From the other side of the screen comes a worried voice. My breathing is ragged, and it probably sounded like I was tossing and turning painfully. No, I'm fine. More than anything, though, are you still awake, Saber?
Yes. But are you really alright, Shiro? If you're still in pain, then I'll come over there.
If I went over there instead... No, that could be even worse! If I see Saber right now...
I love that trill.
If I see Saber right now, something that I've stopped up will overflow. Yeah? Yeah? Yeah, Shiro? What will overflow, Shiro, Miya? Saber, can we talk for a bit?
Yes, if like this is alright.
We start talking through the screen. Maybe it's because I can see her, but her smile that I saw at the end floats into my mind. So, I believe it's the sheath that will overflow. I do not quote me on this, but chat, is this where you get the second H scene? If it wasn't the Rialta Nua version? Yep, they do fuck. In the original no, I think it is. I think I saw it on the like flowchart as well. That is at the end of this day, so I imagine that this is the moment. I guess in the original,
absolutely no sex. Like about to, or almost died. Die with sex.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying. The presence of death adjacent before or after improves the experience.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Saber's smiling happily. When I think of that, never mind calming down, my irritation only gets worse. I don't know why my body has gotten so hot, but I have to talk with Saber. I have to tell her that's wrong. I have to tell her that even if I don't know what's really right, that at least isn't a mistake. My throat and my tongue are shaking. If I say those words, I won't be able to take them back. Knowing that all too well, this is an oath. It's an oath. So you have to smile for your own sake. Spurred on by some impulse I don't understand myself, I falter through those words.
Shiro? But why?
I don't know what this song is, but I already fucking love it. It's obvious why. Until you realize that, at least, I'll repeat those words as many times as I have to. Saber, isn't this enough already? You did your best, didn't you? Didn't you fight through to the end all by yourself? Then, if you don't get to be happy, it's all a lie. You fulfilled your oath splendidly, so, like this, you should be able to go back to being Artoria.
I wondered what you might say, but I'm still going on about this.
Yeah, I'll keep saying it forever. I fell in love with you, so I can't help it, can I? That's why I say no. Artoria, you have to. I control the anger that suddenly boils up inside me. I'm on the edge of bursting. Before then, if Saber will say even a single word.
Shiro, please don't distress me. Even if you say that,
Her answer won't change. The firmness of her resolve makes my heart ache.
You know my past, Shiro. You've been within me how many times? You should know what my answer is, so why do you care about me so much? You should have seen how many sins I've piled up.
Yeah, I have seen. How, in the name of the king, you sacrificed many people and killed many enemies. I don't have any intention to ignore or overlook that. But even so, knowing that all the more, I want the girl named Artoria to be happy. And what about it? I don't know what this feeling is, but I can't just leave you like this. Smile for me, Saber. I want to be with you forever.
I'm fucking crying.
A childish, one-sided confession. Amid the silence, I wait for a reply. What is Saber doing on the other side of that screen? Have these words reached her?
My answer won't change. I can't break my oath as king. Even if I wasn't suited for it, the country was entrusted to me as its king. Such a freedom can't be allowed to me when I haven't fulfilled that responsibility.
Her voice is so miserable that I'm not able to bear it. I don't want to hear the words, not of the girl named Artoria, but the lonely oath of she who resolved to be king. I know that already. I didn't get this frustrated so I could hear that scream. I kick my foot on. Before my eyes is the screen that separates my room from Saber's.
Shiro.
The opening of the screen sounds so terribly far away. Little cuts. Yeah, okay, this is a scene where it could be the H scene. I know now 100% for sure. When we get the little cuts of cropped in
Some really heavily cropped images.
My mind is totally blank. Why am I so angry? Why am I so heartbroken? I'm sorry.
They can only show so much.
I squibber like they're about to burst into tears.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's okay. Her slender neck and her slim, fragile shoulders. The golden hair, bathed in moonlight just as it was when I met her.
Shiro, we're in 4-3.
Before I know it, I've embraced her. Even when I squeeze her so tight that I thought that she might break, her body doesn't resist. This is different from that night. Then there were none of these feelings. What a ridiculous tale. Even as I strove to be a hero of justice, I never loved anything or thought that I couldn't be parted from anyone. Saber. Oh! I had a feeling that if I didn't hold her, she could disappear. I don't know how long I held her for, but when I learned that she won't disappear, I finally relaxed my arms.
What are you doing all of a sudden? What's the meaning of this? Even if you do this,
She stirs just slightly in my arms, her lips shaking as they try to force out different words.
She's wonderful.
This is so good. Oh. I softly seal them with mine, like I'm just touching them. Her body held against my chest is slightly shaking. Even as I'm looking at Saber, there's nothing reflected in my eyes. In exchange, as my lips keenly feel Saber's tenderness. Our lips part. Saber's hand resting on my chest creates a little distance.
Shiro.
Oh!
This just now.
Does she want to say it was a mistake? Saber looks at me with a face like she's going to cry. It wasn't a mistake. I'll say it as many times as I have to. I love you, Saber, and I can't let you go like this. If you don't want that, then please tell me. You can declare that we're just master and servant and deny all of this.
That's not fair. Are you telling me to say something like that?
Oh! Yeah. If you won't say it clearly, then I can't hold back anymore. If you won't stop me, then I'll just do it as much as I want to. And if that makes her forget the resolve of the girl who declared to be king, even for an hour. Oh, a long silence. I hold Saber in my arms and continue to feel the willowy gracefulness of her body. There's still a firmness in her that won't accept just being embraced like this. All I can hear is just her breathing and her heartbeat through the meeting of her skin. Cute. So many breaths, how many beats of her heart pass by. A tiny bit of strength enters Saber's hand through my touching my chest.
I can't return your feelings. Just as you can't change your rightness, I too have something that I can't change. All I can do, at least, if it's allowed to me.
My heart aches at her halting words. Even as she bites her lip, and her body trembles as though in confession she said that it was something that couldn't be allowed, even on this night. Even so, her unresisting body and her wavering eyes tell me, just this one night, they speak to me of an impossible wish that she wants to stay like this until the dawn. Saber, I clench my fist to hold her to me. At that,
I used my noble phantasm. If I don't receive some strength from you, Shiro, I won't be able to fight.
yeah? Yeah? Is that the excuse you're going for, Artoria?
Sorry. Shiro puts the sword back into the stone for an hour.
I'm sorry, I can't stop thinking about how you called me your sheath. I think it's really fucking hot.
I think that's really cool, Saber. You should keep doing that.
I'm going to fucking choke, please. Oh, God. Oh, wait, there was something there that wasn't there. In a quiet voice as though to allow it, she stops me. Can't put it into words. That justification was the greatest allowance she could make and the most modest wish she could have. Yeah, She literally is using the mana transfer as a fucking excuse so that she doesn't have to think about breaking her oath. Holy shit, girl.
Elaborate rituals.
Elaborate fucking rituals. That's right, huh? But will that really work?
Yes. Even now, my supply from you is ongoing. So in order to recover, just like this.
We have to bring our bodies together. That's the limit. For her, bound by her oath, and me who can't break it for her. A distance just touching each other. Saber stirs in my arms that embrace her. My arms shake with heat. The softness and slenderness of her body in my arms urge my heart onward. My own trembling is pathetic. Saber's own cheeks are red and she looks like she's embarrassed.
So please, Shiro. Let me sleep with you tonight. When sword and sheath are together, it's easy for them to recover their strength, and if, like with that ritual, we bring our minds and bodies close together.
Please, Sartoria. The fucking sword and sheath code again. Jesus Christ. I can't chat. I nod without a word. My happiness wins out over my embarrassment. I'll greet the morning snuggled up together with Saber. In exchange for our bodies not being able to touch any more than this, will bring our hearts closer together.
I'm glad. Well then, Shiro. I'll make the preparations tonight. So, could I have you return to your room first?
Saber gets up. I don't want to let her go, but unable to stay like this either. I head for the open screen. Just before I close it behind me, I turn back to Saber over my shoulder. Saber, with her hand on her collar, bashfully returns my gaze. Struck with a kind of impure feeling, I hurriedly close the screen. I tap my futon. For some reason, I wait for her with knees folded beneath me. You like the metaphor here where it's been made very obvious who the sheath is? Yeah!
She literally called him her sheath in the scene before, and then used that metaphor. She tops.
Yeah!
That's an empirical fact.
The inside of my head is dancing just at the thought of sleeping curled up with Saber. That's in order to help her, and it's to grant her her own modest wish as well. If we pile up wishes like these, then perhaps Saber too will be able to smile someday. Yeah, you can see definitely how this scene could be the sex scene in the original, huh?
Oh yeah.
There is something about the fact that it is not that almost makes it better here, though.
It's the, leaving it implied as opposed to just kind of laying it out.
Yeah, but it's also the stubborn refusal of actually going through with it.
It's kind of beautiful.
But the battle is approaching its finale. Just where exactly is that time left?
Excuse me, Shiro.
The screen slides open. Okay, so pushing aside the wicked thought that rises in my chest, I greet Saber. Please do not ban me, YouTube. When I turn to look up at her, she is... One moment.
We're all flinching.
Ah, it's fine. It's a...
Oh, it's fine, it's fine.
cute. Oh, that's so cute.
Her hair is down.
Her hair is down. Oh, Saber hair down.
Wow.
Saber hair down. Saber hair down.
She's so pretty.
I quietly gasp. A white figure rising up in the darkness. White woman! Before her, my restless emotions vanish. Wait. The edge of the dress is what can be seen underneath the blue and the armor of her regular dress, right? Is this what you're wearing under your armor always? This may just be, like, a part of her actual armor.
I hope it's just a pattern. That feels impractical.
Surely she's just too beautiful. With that, my restless heart clears like it's waking up.
おかしいでしょうか。この格好は。
Is it strange, this outfit?
No, not at all. You're just so dazzling that I'm sure I just didn't know what to say. It matters some unclear thing about it being traveling when a girl is too beautiful. It's not as though Saber could understand even if I said that, but if I didn't say it, my mind would burn up and stop working.
そちらに行ってもよろしいですか。シロ
Do you mind if I come over there, Shiro?
Yeah, sure. I realized for the first time that even her perfect little toes are beautiful.
Feet!
Feet!
God, it's so pretty and beautiful. Even her perfect little toes.
Little toesies.
Little fucking toesies, dude.
Feet say night.
Shut the fuck up.
We can post that meme now? Oh god, is this a meme?
No.
This isn't even the only instance of Shiro pointing out a woman's feet. Oh no, he has a fetish.
The Shiro foot fiend confirmed.
As she walks across the tatami, I spread out the futon. I realize that there aren't enough pillows for us to sleep together, but it's already too late. Saber and I sit down side by side beside the futon. One room, one futon, but in spite of that, Saber is here with me. I shouldn't have any impure feelings, but I can't even steal a glance at Saber's face because it feels like flames might burst forth from my own.
お先にどうぞ。シロ
Please go ahead, Shiro.
No, please, God, you stupid. You. Oh my god, please. Rin, slide in. Please make this a threesome. They need you.
They need their coach.
They need their top.
You know, love expert to suck her in.
No, we're not going to get anywhere like this. Oh, at least you're self-aware. I slide into the futon first and make room for Saber. I thought that I'd let Saber have the pillow as well, but she gently pushes it back to me.
これはシロに。
You have this, Shiro.
私はその。
Please, let me use your arm as my pillow.
And she whispers something that makes my heart ache. Settled in my arms, Saber is so gentle that it surprises me. Not held, settled. Sword and shield.
They're just gonna keep throwing that one back at us.
That was the absolute fucking best. The best.
Are you okay?
No, I'm not okay. I'm not fucking okay. What's the donation? Wait, what was that? There was just
What are you saying?
There was a subscription, and there was just my trilling voice in the background just as I said sword and sheath. I think there was a subscription, though. Yeah, thank you, Devon Marinchu, so much for the extremely timely joining, and thank you for 600 subscribers, actually. Oh my god.
Clapping.
I remember Saber's words. Saber falling asleep with my arm as her pillow is like a beautiful sword put up in its sheath.
Stop that.
Her warmth and her faint scent rather than make my heart race. They put me at peace. No clapping. No clapping is happening tonight. Don't worry about it. Saber reaches out her hand. I take it inside the futon and we entwine our fingers together. Quietly, we fall asleep. But before that, Saber, I call out to the girl sleeping beside me. I want to ask her one last time to hear the answer that I sought when I said that I wanted her.
感じますかシロ。これなら朝
Can you feel it, Shiro? Like this. By morning, my magical energy will be restored. With this tomorrow, I can fight as your servant.
Saber.
That's all there is right now, Shiro. My only duty is to protect you to the end and gain the Holy Grail. Until we end this battle, I can't think of anything beyond that.
That's...
Isn't that right, Shiro? You decided to fight in order to put an end to this battle.
That was a statement there was no way for me to argue with. If we want to do something about our problem, before that we have to end this fight. First of all, if we don't defeat the man who's after her, there's no protecting her Saber. But is there any way for us to defeat the King of Heroes? Neither of us say anything. We look into the silent darkness. How much time passed like that? My exhausted body begs for rest, and my eyelids grow heavy. But her entwined fingers are warm. Saber?
Yes, let's do the thinking tomorrow, Shiro. A good idea might come to us tomorrow, and besides, right now I want to sleep together like this.
Putting a gentle strength into her linked hands, she says, "You're right. I want that too."
Sleep well, Shiro. When we wake up, let's go back to our usual selves.
So close together, facing each other, we close our eyes. Last thing that I see of her, Saber is warmly smiling. I don't care if it's just a temporary weakness, for this night only. Right now, the feeling of her palm in my hand is warm. For now, because that is more than enough, and I fall into a deep and satisfying sleep. Quietly, not knowing whether we'll be able to join hands like this after the end of the battle, after everything is over. Oh!
So good.
Oh! Fate 15 Utopia. Not even a... I don't know if this is a glitch or there's just no day. There's no day today. It's just...
That was like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my life.
That was so good.
I fucking love these two so much.
That's a glitch. That's a glitch. Thank you.
I choose to believe it's not.
Oh, did you want to keep going, or is that a place to leave this?
I think to now is a place to leave this. If I'm correct, aren't there 15 days in the thing?
Yep, today is the last day.
Goddamn right it is. So that means next stream is the finale of this route.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hello. Oh man.
Gate of Babylon, the King's Treasury. E2A++. A sword that leads to the Golden Capital. It connects space and allows the user to freely take any tool from the treasure room. Needless to say, this noble phantasm will become stronger the more wealth a person has. And the Star of Creation, dividing heaven and earth, Enuma Elish, cutting space by the Sword of Separation, Ea. A layer of wind compressed and accelerated becomes a fake layer of time and space that smashes all who oppose it. Its attack, Anti-World?
What?
Its attack
You
power
can't
is so
do that.
strong that an elimination rank AC or a counterattack with an equivalent damage level is needed to defend against this noble phantasm. God. Why do you have numerical stats?
They mean something to somebody, I'm sure.
It may take more than one stream for this day, fair? Fair.
So I was going to address that because I'm sure this day is going to be action-packed.
Oh yeah.
My suggestion was going to be that we maybe try and start earlier if possible, or I'll reserve a longer time for streaming and plan to go for like a marathon.
Oh gosh, that's interesting. Okay.
It's a finale, it only feels right.
I cannot stay later, but we would have to stay to like start sooner in any case.
We'll see what we can do.
Yeah,
Or maybe like a back-to-back Friday and Saturday? I don't know. We'll see. I don't know
Ah.
what I'm doing next week. We'll find out.
Anyway, that was actually incredible.
Unironically, some of the best romance I've ever seen written in my entire life.
They're so cute.
It's the fact that they're two very unorthodox people that just makes it feel so real.
And two so fucking broken people too.
Yeah, I know. That makes it so much prettier.
Oh, I love them so much. And if I was waiting so bad for you to see the mention of Shiro as her sheath.
Yes, I'm very glad I've finally seen that.
That is a quote I have known from day one, and the more I've gotten into both of the relationship and also the headcanons, the more I've been waiting for this stream.
Yeah, I mean, like, there's really nothing left to say about it other than, yeah, we were right.
They don't quite know how to help themselves, but they know deeply that they have to help the other. Yeah!
It's beautiful. It's deeply, deeply...
moving.
I was gonna say satisfying, but moving is a better word. Like, it is lovely. I love this. I love this. Fate is fantastic. Thank you
God.
for bringing me here, as always.
The mushrooms wild ride doesn't stop.
Thank you. I'm sure Nasu's a really fun guy.
Fun guy!
Listen, I've been with Jackie for like 2 weeks. I can't stop with the puns.
I smoosh Watchdog in chat too, by the way. I don't know if I saw the metaphor, so please be free to like repost it, but god. I'm going to be leaving soon because I am quite low energy. I've been recovering from waking up very... I almost spent 24 hours awake yesterday.
Why?
I don't know. I woke up at like 7:45 to like get my blood drawn, and then when I got back home, I went back to bed and I didn't sleep, and then I just stayed up until 4 a.m.
What the fuck, dude? They stole your blood.
They did. They took it.
What are you gonna do with it?
They're going to clone me,
Oh no.
and then we will have an army of bottoms. They're being called the sheath as a non-horny context. Yeah. She's a weapon of war, drawn blade ready to fight. She's the sheath, the cover that keeps things controlled and peaceful. And also, Shiro wants her to draw Shiro wants her to sheath the sword and like give herself a fucking rest and not be always fighting.
I would like to say that although I am always very keyed into the he who horny euphemisms, I'm also really stunned by the thematic completeness of these two characters and their connection to each other. Like, in that, as much as we're making jokes about it, I think the sword and sheath metaphor is beautiful.
Yeah, and there's also something really interesting, and that is Shiro has a kinship for swords. We have gone over this. He loves them. Like, they are like his hyperfixation and literally a part of his like literal like being in a way.
Yeah.
And
I'm just so excited to see this.
I find it very interesting that about the choice of him being the sheath. Like, so much about him is about being and like about swords, but he's the sheath specifically, and there's something so cool about that.
I think that there's a lot to unpack, and it's just... I enjoy it. Again, thematic completeness. There's layers to everything that's been going on. It's fantastic.
It's so good. Oh. God, I love this too so much. So incredibly much.
I love you.
And I love you. Thank you so much for accompanying me on this ride so far.
Thank you so much for having me. I look forward to spending the rest of my life doing this with you.
Let's be fair. We are going on part 20 of the Fate route very soon. We are going for more than 60 parts on this series.
Uh-huh.
And that's without counting the bad end, like, things we're going to do and the actual H-scene readings.
Don't forget, We're here forever.
and we love it. Anyway, let's play like Mahoyo and Tsukihime in like 10 years.
Yeah, all right, cool. We're done with this. Maybe we'll actually be able to catch up with it. By the time I'm retiring, we might be able to get to the more modern stuff.
Anyway, it has been a delight having you here, and I will be seeing you next time. Any last words you wanna say to chat, hon?
I don't really like being asked if I have any last words, but no, I don't. Other than my usual, thank you for having me, thank you for watching, and goodbye.
Bye, Anya.
Mama.
There she goes.
I've never seen that. That was hilarious.
You're still here, goddammit. It's okay,
I'm
chat.
so sorry I ruined it.
She went into spirit form, it's okay.
My planet eats me.
Bye-bye. I love fucking about. Even more than finding out sometimes. Oh, but I am so warm, chat. Even now you can hear her voice. Gay, homosexual gay. That effect was perfect. Listen. It's one of the few effects I had to have, right? I'm going to just put on the ending music, one moment. One moment. Oh, I am not okay, chat. I am not fucking okay about Shiro and Saber. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Oh my god, I'm not. How does it feel now that you have finally started the film? Listen. Listen. I was so wrong in my assumptions. I was so wrong in my assumptions. I thought, forever before playing this game, forever I thought that the Fate route was like the weakest of them and there were a lot of questionable writing choices. I fucking love the Fate route so far. I've been fucking loving them so much. Also, very interesting, you know? It's really fucking good. Do you know what's very funny? The biggest enemy left. And I'm so sorry, Ku. Ku is cool, but like, Gilgamesh is the like one big enemy left. The fact that the final enemy that they have to face to like get Artoria, let's say, free, right? Is like someone who is objectifying Saber and being like, you're a woman and I'm going to be misogynistic as hell. There's something, you know, there's something about Shiro's final enemy being a bigger misogynist. That is so funny. It's like he's going to learn to respect women by kicking Gilgamesh in the nuts, and I think that's based. Can't wait to see him get dunked, yeah. Romance-wise, it's the best, but overall it's still the worst one, say some, huh? Gil versus Shinji misogyny battle go? Oh, God. God. Anyway, I'm so happy. I'm so happy I got to kick Gil's ass the other day in Samurai Remnant, by the way. Gil going, yeah, I'm going to make you drink grail juice, when that was explicitly one of the things Shiro decided to reject doing. Yeah. Yeah. What was the temple boy called? Issei. Issei. Shiro always hates those who reflect him in a bad way. Yep. But yeah, thank you so much for being here, chat. I'm going to take a chill pill. And I need some water as well, so thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Sunday we continue Fatal Frame. This next week possibly, and then more. And Fate Samurai Remnant, we may get the first ending next Wednesday, so that's gonna be fun. Please clap! Anyway, I think my stream chat in Discord has Saber toes waiting for me as a meme, so I'm gonna go now. Yep, Fatal Frame on Sunday. I'm playing the scary ghost game. We do love some ghosties. So for now, bye-bye!